So, hey, Lena, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm.
Okay.
I need to add. I need to add Facebook again.
I'm holding on.
Let me add. Why is this being so difficult for us? Let's see here. All right, I just reloaded Facebook. All right, here we go again. I'm gonna hit live right now. Oh, actually, I think we might be live right now. Go ahead and here we go. We've got 5 beautiful people with us. So go ahead, Lena.
Okay, okay. Well, hi everybody. Lena Skvagerson here. We are just turning on all our cameras and everything. So before we get into things today, we'll just wait a little bit and see if people start entering as we just turned everything on. Let's see here. I'm just going to turn my sound off. There we go. So you don't hear my computer dinging here in the background. So I'm so excited to be here. This is my first live being back with Annie's. So some of you know that I've been gone for a little bit doing other adventures, and now I'm back and I could not be more happy about it. It feels so good. I've been sharing a little bit about this already on my own social medias, and people have been beyond kind, congratulating me and welcoming me back and making me just feel so good about being back with Annie's. So it's exciting. And as you can tell, super happy as always here. And today we are just going to talk about a little bit of different things. I'm going to show you a little demo and talk a little bit about new colorways and things that's going to come. Already now, I'm already starting to work on the next blanket. Very exciting. So let's see here now if people are coming on. We'll see. I have people saying, Trish says, hi, Lena. Hi, Trish. So you guys can put comments or questions in that comment field. And I have my colleague Amy here in the background answering questions, and any questions you may have along the way here, we'll answer once we're done here for today. But just put anything in there that you want to find out about me or my blankets or the yarn that I'm showing here today. So let's see here. You can see Mike says, welcome back, Lena. Thank you so much, Mike. Feel so welcome. So you all are just helping, making me feel like I'm back with my friends. Some of you might be new. So then I'm here today so you can get to know me, and I'll show you a little bit about my technique, how I go ahead when I do my tutorials. So for many of you, you know, I've been designing a lot of the blankets that Annie's has today in their club. And they actually have what I counted to on the website. There's 12 different blanket clubs right now. So you have 2 knit blanket clubs that are just coming back. I think they were gone for a little bit, but they're just back now. And that's, for example, my Irish Fields Afghan that has all the cables and squares and things to it. And then also one of my very first Afghans, that is the striped Afghan. Very beginner friendly. You work just long stripes, and it comes in a seaside color, so beautiful blue tones. And then there are 10 crochet blankets, and that includes like my Moroccan tile, my mandala Afghan, the Irish Fields also in crochet cables and all that rich texture. And then we have the stripes Afghan, we have the blocks. That was not my design. That was the very first blanket that we made with another designer. And then even a Tunisian crochet blanket, if you want to try that. So lots of options out there in the clubs already. And then I will keep adding to it with the new blanket that I just started working on this week. So I'm sketching and I'm looking at colors. And if you guys have any thoughts or wishes, put them in the comment field. I will read everything that you put there. So let's see, more people are coming in. Pam, hi Pam. And thank you. Wendy is here. Nancy, thank you for being here with me today. So we just talked a little bit about all the options of blankets that are already there at Annie's Attic. To find them, you go to anniesattic.com and then you click menu and then you click kits and clubs. So it's very easy to go find those blankets. And as you can see, there are many options. There are many color options. There's also options if you want to do 2-week shipments or 4-week shipments. So you can browse around there. But again, put comments or questions in the comment field and we'll be here to answer that. The new thing right here now that I'm going to start talking about is the Granny Square Afghan. That was one of my last blankets I made before I left. So here is that one in its original colorway. It's called the Happy Days Afghan. So that one comes in all these really fun colors that you can see here. I have them here on my table. If you're on the phone, it might be that you can't really see all of them. But if you're on an iPad or a laptop, you'll see all these beautiful colors that is included in the Happy Days Afghan. So the original colors have been out. What you would get when you sign up for this blanket club is 12 shipments, and you can get them every 4 weeks, where you will get one of these little pamphlets. You get with all the details, how to work it. You get all the yarn, and that comes right to your door. So the good news right now is that this week, Thanksgiving week, normally first kit, so that you can try it out, is 50% off. This week, 75% off. I think it says on the website like $5 or something just to get the first kit. So even if you're working on another blanket, good time to give this one a try if you feel like jumping on the Granny Square wagon. Another very exciting news about this one blanket is that they just launched it in another colorway called Sand and Stone. And believe me, that one is just gorgeous. It's like, I love all these neutrals. People that know me know that that's my style. So let's see if you can take a look. I'm trying to hold it up here. You see Sand and Stone, all these like brown and gray tones. And also, very good news, if you don't feel like doing like those every 4 weeks, but you just want all of it right away, they have now started launching the blankets as a full kit. So that Sand and Stone one, that's one of those that you can just go ahead and order the whole thing right away. And you will get all the yarn, all the pamphlets, like all the patterns at once, and access to all the videos at once. So, and this week, a great discounted price. So go check that one out. And like I said, this is like one of my last ones. And I, of course, I put all my favorite squares into it. Like, I wanted them to be exciting. And as you can see, there's like, I think it's like 90 plus squares in this one. So if you haven't done granny squares before, you're going to learn how to make 90 different squares. So for today, I went through, and as much as I just love all of them, because I do love everything about my blankets, because otherwise, of course, I wouldn't put it in there. But I just picked one square that we're going to demo today so that you guys can see my technique. So this one is one of my favorites. It's like a little African flower square, maybe we can call it. So that is the one that I want to work together here with you today. So it's from kit number 4, and it's called the small square number 21. So I'm just going to put those other pattern books a little bit to the side. And then I have prepared. So I'm going to start already by just showing you the little square. I already made this little square here now so that we can take a look. And then I'm going to show you step by step how to make this little square. If you have some scrap yarn next to you, go ahead. Maybe you can follow along. But I did work a little bit ahead. So I have what I call step outs to make everything go a little bit quicker. So now I'm going to turn my computer over to my hands or my camera. Let's see. I hope that's going to work for me. I'm going here, and boom, we're on my hands. So as you can see here now, let's see, I'm going to move things a little bit to the side. I have my little step outs that I talked about that we're going to come to. So what we're going to do here now, we're going to start with the color that the pattern tells you. And like I said, I want to show here now for the ones of you that has never taken one of the blankets where I do the tutorial videos, I want you to show how detailed I am, because I really want, even if you are just a beginner, I want you to be able to follow along when I do my video tutorials. So we will start here for small square 21. It says to start with the chain 4. So we start with a slip knot, just doing a regular slip knot like that. Put it on your hook, tighten up things, and then we're going to chain 4. So we can do that a little bit loosely, 2, 3, and 4. So you have that little chain band there. Then we are going to create a little ring with working a slip stitch into the first chain. So I'm going into that very first one I made, yarn over on my hook, pulling it through the chain and also through the loop on my hook. So now, as you can see, I created a little ring here. I'm going to come closer to the camera so you can see my little ring. After that, the pattern says to pull up a loop to the height of a DC, double crochet. So I'm just pulling my loop up a little bit tall, like that. And then the pattern gives us brackets, which means we have a repetition that we're going to repeat around. So it says puff stitch, which is explained above. It's working a yarn over around your hook. Then you insert the hook into the center of the ring. Can you see? And then you yarn over and pull up a loop. Then we're going to have a repetition that we're going to repeat twice, and that's to yarn over and go into the ring again and pull up a loop. We have 5 loops on our hook. We yarn over, go into the ring again, and bring up another loop. So now I have 7 loops here now. I yarn over, pull through all those 7 loops, and you can take steps or go through all of them at once. And then pattern says to chain 1, to close. So that's how we make a puff stitch. And following the patterns, we're going to, after the puff stitch, we're chaining 2. So we're creating a little space, 2. You can see here how that's done. So that is the repetition that we're going to repeat all the way around to make a total of 8 puff stitches. And now to speed things forward, I already did that at home. So here I have all my 8 puff stitches. Can take a look here. I'm all the way around, but I didn't finish the last repetition with the chain 2. So now I'm chaining 2 here. And then the pattern says to join in top of the first puff stitch here at the beginning of the round. So when we say join, we simply go into the top of that stitch. We bring up a loop, and we also bring it through the loop on our hook. So this finishes up my very first round. You can see how we have a cute little center here with 8 puff stitches. After that, pattern says to fasten off. So we simply bring out our scissors, cut, and pull out. So this is the final ending of round number 1. Next, we are bringing in this color here, color K. It tells us to join in the first chain 2 space. So I go into that space, make sure to leave a little bit of a tail here, and then just bring that yarn through with the slip stitch. Then we will chain 1, and then we have the repetition here. And the repetition will be to work a single crochet, a chain 2, and the single crochet all into the same space. And I'm going to work around my tail because the more I'm able to work around the tails means I'm going to have less weaving in at the end. So I'm starting here with a single crochet, then I chain 2, 1, 2, and then a single crochet in the same space. So this is the repetition that we will be repeating all the way around. We're just skipping the next puff, going to the next space, single crochet, chain 1 and 2, single crochet into the same space, and so on. So that's how you will repeat all the way around. Now I'm going to put that one aside because again, I have done my homework. I did repeat this here now. So I'm nearing the end. Oh, whoops. I'm nearing the end of the round here now. So let's see what I did. I did a single crochet here. I still need to do my chain 2. Oh, it looks like I did. Let's see here now. I did my chain 2. So I'm doing another single crochet here. And then I'm making a chain in between before I come to the very end here. And it says to join in the beginning single crochet. So that's that one here at the beginning of the round. Sometimes when it's hard to get into them, I turn my hook around and I kind of hook my way into it. You saw that? Instead of going this way, if you have a hook that is a little bit blunt, it could be easier to go and use your little hook part to get into the stitch. And then just pull through the yarn and also through the loop on your hook. So that ends round 2. And here now we're continuing with round 3. So we're going to make our way over to that first chain space. I'm just going to make a slip stitch over here to get over to that space here. So in those spaces that we created here all the way around, we are going to work 5 half double crochet stitches in each of those spaces. Here in the very first one, we will have to replace the first one with a chain 2 to get the height. So those chain 2 replaces our first half double. So we did that one, and then we're doing 4 more in the same space. So you go into that space, yarn over and bring up a loop so that we have 3 loops here now on our hook. We yarn over and pull through all 3 loops for a half double crochet. So again, you yarn over, going to the same space, bring up a loop, and then yarn over and go through all 3 loops. So that's how you work your half double crochet stitches, and continue all the way around with 5 in each of these spaces, and then just a chain 1 in between each one of them. So, ta-da! We are all the way around. So here now, when we are coming towards the end here, we are going to chain 1 at the end, and then it says to change color at the same time as we join in top of those chain 2 that we started the round with. So another technique, I like to show you how we change color. So I'll go in with my hook through that second chain. See, that's a little tight. I go in there, and then instead of bringing this color through, I'm actually going to just cut that one off, and then I'll grab the next color here, and I'll just bring that one through and also through the loop on my hook. So see, now it's all positioned, ready to start working with this next color here. So now when we have that color, we are ready to work round 4. And here on round 4, to create this, let's see here now, to create this where you can see that we have a little ridge, we are going to work in that horizontal back bar behind each stitch. We are starting though with a chain 2 because we worked into a chain 2, so there's no back bar on that chain 2 stitch. But now we are going to work a double crochet in the next half double crochet stitch. So you see we have those 5 here. So we're working a double crochet, you yarn over your hook, and then tilt everything towards you so that you can find those horizontal back bars here behind. So you leave those 2 top loops unworked into. So you work a double crochet, and then in the next one, the pattern tells us to work 3 in the next one. So going into that back loop and work 1, 2, and 3. Let's see, more yarn. Don't give me a knot here now. Okay, we are continuing working in the 4th of those 5. We're just working a regular double crochet. 1. I want to come to that next part so that I can show you. And then after that, that one, we're working a half double in the 5th of those stitches. So basically in each of these 5, you're working a half double, then a double, then 3 doubles, then a double, and a half double. So we get this little rounded, cute shape here. Then the little bit of a new thing here now is that the pattern says to work a treble over the next chain space and also into that chain 1 space below. So to do that, I'll show you here now. Treble is when we wrap the yarn twice around the hook. And then we're working over that one into that space below here. You go in with your hook there, find the yarn in the back, bring up a loop. You can tighten up a little bit here. Then you yarn over. And for a treble, we go through the first 2. Then we yarn over, go through the second 2, yarn over, and go through the last 2. So you see how that created like a little spike here below. Very pretty. So that's then the techniques you need to be able to finish this round all the way around. And we can take a sneak peek again. You can see here now those little spike stitches. You increase in the corner by working 3 into 1 stitch. So once you finish your round, I have my last step out here. So we'll put that loop back on my hook. And the round ended. Let's see here now. I worked a treble, and then I worked single crochet in each of these, and then I'm going to work another treble here below. So I'm going down, and then I actually only have 1 more round on this block. So I made that treble stitch there, and then following the pattern, it says to change to that last color while I'm joining in the second chain. So again, we go into that second chain here. We can cut this yarn, put that aside, grab our very last color. Again, we just make sure we leave a little bit of a tail. You pull that through the chain and through the loop on your hook, and now you're ready to continue working with this new color. I have to turn the page. You can see here now how detailed everything is. It's showing all the different blocks in very close-up detail. So even beginners, I have people commenting that they've never crocheted before, and they make my blankets just because they are so detailed. The patterns are detailed. You get the videos, and with that, you can take your own time. So this is how we do it. We have 1 round left. So it says to chain 1, work a single crochet in the very same stitch. So I'm going to go in there into that second chain. It might be a little tight because we joined there. And then I pull that through to work a single crochet. And then it says to work single in each of the next 2. And we're working through both the loop here at the top of the stitch. Let's see. So we do 1, oops. And I wonder if my hook is starting to get tired. No worries. I did 1 in each of the next 2. Then we follow the pattern. It says to work 3 in the next one. So that creates the corner. 1, 2, and 3, and so on. So for this round, it's actually just single crochet all the way around. So putting that aside and then back to the finished one. So ta-da! Here you have my African flower granny square that I just love. It's such a cute little square. So if you use it for this blanket or if you use it for anything else, I hope you love it just as much as I do. So that was my little tutorial. I haven't been able to follow along to see if you have questions, but I promise I'll read all the questions afterwards so that I can help Amy answer anything that is regarding my patterns. So now let's turn my camera back to myself. Hi again. Here I am. Let's see. We have one more thing that I would like to talk about. So I'm going to put these a little aside, scoop in what I have over here. So, like I mentioned before, the very first blanket that we ever did at Annie's Attic that started this whole thing with the blanket club that has been so popular over the years. And like I said, I couldn't be more thrilled to be back. And I promise that the blanket that I'm just now starting to work on, I kind of like feel like I have an idea what you guys like. And I'm going to put so many exciting stitches into it and be so creative, making it so special. So just know that it's coming. I'm starting to work on it now. It's a long process. You know, we're going to write up all the patterns. There's going to be videos and I'm going to stitch the whole thing, of course. So hopefully it's going to launch in the early fall of 2026. So it's coming, but just know it's coming. Meanwhile, the very first block blanket that I started talking about, it's the one that is like, I think it's 30 different blocks. So take a look here now what they just launched. They launched another colorway. So this blanket now comes in 10 different colorways. And I know it's a great blanket to start when you are a beginner. And also if you, for example, if you like to travel, because then you could just bring block, you know, in the car, it's easy to bring along and then you join all of them at the end. But the exciting thing is that this rosewood, such a beautiful pink colorway, just launched. So this one has 11 shipments total. Same thing with this one. This week, first kit, 75% off. So great deal this week to jump on it if you feel like you haven't done this blanket or you want to have another colorway going. I put down here now, I went to the website. I put down, well, let's see here now. Here, actually, I have it up on my iPad. Let's see if I can show you. So here it is. Can you see? $5 for the first kit. And you can also see all the other colorways that are available. The cool thing with this one too is that now, say that you just want to go and get a blanket ready for Christmas, you can buy the whole kit at once. It's such a great price especially this week. So the blankets in this block blanket that are available to buy full kit now, they're going to keep adding for more blankets. But for now, there is this rosewood one. There is the one called warm sand that are all like sandy, beige, and muted neutral tones. That one is also available as a full kit. And the lake house, the one that has all the blue tones, like denim and nice navy blues and very beautiful blue tones. So those 3 blankets are all available as a full kit. And now let's take a look. I got all the colors here so we could just sneak peek how pretty they are. Let's see, so I have everything in focus. You see those tones? Aren't they pretty? They would work in any home. I can see how it works with wood, or if you have a more modern, because it has the silvery gray. So I just love this. This blanket is designed by Darla Sims. I'm not doing the videos for this one, but I know the lady that did is very thorough. And she was kind of like the one that taught me from the beginning what we need to do to be able to launch these blankets to also brand new beginner people. I think that's all that I prepared for today. I can see that I've been chit-chatting away for 30 minutes. So with that said, I think we're going to end very soon. And I plan to be back December 3rd. That's Wednesday next week. If you have any wishes, I'm going to make a tutorial. If you have any wishes, what you want me to show, or if there's like a special stitch, something kind of crazy or something you've been fighting in one of the blankets, let me know. And I have a week and a half to prepare. So anyway, super happy to be back. Thank you everyone that has joined me here today and that have joined me these last couple of days, welcoming me back to Annie's. That's all from me for today. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful holiday weekend here now for Thanksgiving. And I'll see you next Wednesday. Okay, bye.